Well, what a tournament it has been so far. Obviously, many of you that watched my predictions video know that I got quite a few picks wrong and definitely made some mistakes in that first video. And I'm sorry to anyone who is a Bemidji State fan. For some reason in my head, I thought the way to pronounce it was with a silent J. But I appreciate those of you who called me out on it. And I certainly underestimated the power of the NCHC. As many of you guys in the comments also mentioned, man, was that conference stacked this year. But how about these games? Number 1 seed North Dakota losing in the 5th overtime to Duluth. Number 2 seed, the team I had winning it all, Boston College, losing to St. Cloud State in the second round. Number 3 seed Minnesota getting taken down by Minnesota State in a hard-fought battle. And of course, number 4 seed Wisconsin, another team I had going to the championship game, losing in their first game against those Bemidji State Beavers. But this is what it's all about, right? This is why we watch the games. The predictions are just for fun, but no one really knows what's going to happen. This is what makes college hockey so fun to watch. The parity among these teams is unreal. And before I get to the preview of the Frozen Four, I want to say thank you to everyone who watched the first video, and those of you that liked and left comments and subscribed to the channel. It was awesome to see how much you guys care about the tournament and the teams you cheer for. And it made the tournament extra fun to watch this year, even though most of my picks fell through pretty quickly. But hey, at least I picked one team correctly into the Final Four. Let's go Mavericks. So the teams are set for the 2021 Frozen Four in my hometown of Pittsburgh, PA. On April 8th, we will have the University of Minnesota Duluth Bulldogs versus the Umass Minutemen, and the St. Cloud State Huskies taking on the Minnesota State Mankato Mavericks. We have 2 teams from the NCHC, 1 from the WCHA, and 1 from Hockey East. And of course, 3 teams from the state of Minnesota. So starting it off with the 2-time defending champion Umd Bulldogs. The Bulldogs advanced to the second round due to a positive test that forced the Michigan Wolverines to withdraw from the competition. I was really disappointed when I saw that game had been canceled because I think it would have been super competitive. They were then challenged heavily facing off against the number 1 ranked University of North Dakota in what was a fantastic game going to 5 overtimes. In what was the longest game in NCAA history before the Bulldogs took the 3-2 win. Of course, they thought they had won it in the first overtime, but were offside by about an inch. And as much as I wanted North Dakota to win it because I picked them, I was happy to see UMD win because they pretty much should have won it already in that first overtime, just caught a bit of a bad break. They will face the Umass Minutemen in the semifinals on April 8th. At 9 p.m. Eastern. The experienced and deep Duluth team has been led by some of their upperclassmen and team leaders like Cole Koepke, Jackson Cates, Kobe Roth, and Kobe Bender, along with the stellar play of freshman goaltender Zach Stejskal, who stopped 57 of 59 shots in the overtime thriller. The UMass Minutemen have also had a fantastic tournament. They beat the Lake Superior State Lakers handily in their first matchup by a score of 5-1. And then in the second round, they got more strong defense and goaltending, beating the Bemidji State Beavers 4-0. They will be the next to try their luck against the defending champs in the semifinal game on April 8th. UMass has gotten a great tournament from Carson Gascevich, who has scored 4 goals in the team's 2 games. Gascevich being a transfer who played parts of 4 seasons with St. Lawrence. And they've also gotten 4 points from senior Oliver Chow, who is the team's second leading scorer this year. And you can't forget about Philip Lindbergh. He's been absolutely lights out in both games this tournament, stopping 48 of 49 shots, giving him a .980 save percentage and a .50 goals against average. This guy would be a huge part of it if the team gets back to the national championship game this year. St. Cloud State is the team that maybe I underrated the most coming into this tournament, and boy have they proven me wrong so far. The Huskies beat a much younger Boston University team in round 1 by a score of 6-2, continuing to prove how valuable experience can be in this tournament. And they then beat the number 2 seed Boston College Eagles 4-1 in the second round. They will now take on the Minnesota State Mavericks in the semis on April 8th in the 5 p.m. Eastern game. The Huskies have gotten 4 points from junior Nolan Walker in the 2 games, and have gotten 3 points apiece from Nicholas Perbix and Yami Kernilla. And like all the others still in this tournament, the Huskies goaltending has been nothing short of sensational. Senior David Rennick has stopped 60 of the 63 shots he's faced and has a .952 save percentage. And now for Minnesota State Mankato. The Mavericks also have had an awesome tournament, and like Duluth, had to go to overtime to advance in one of their contests. This, of course, being the first game against Quinnipiac, where the Mavericks came back from a deficit in the third period and got their first NCAA tournament win, 4-3, in an overtime nail-biter. They then took down the mighty Golden Gophers in a 4-0 win over Minnesota, and will face another in-state opponent, the St. Cloud State Huskies, in the semifinals. Sophomore Ryan Sandelin has come up big for Mankato with 2 goals and 3 points in the 2 games, and their Hobie Baker finalist Dryden McKay has not disappointed, stopping 49 of 52 shots, posting a .942 save percentage. These 4 teams are all loaded, and I could see any of them as the potential national champions of college hockey. And I'm not even going to make a prediction on who I think will win, because my pick is already out, and most of my picks haven't been all that great this year. I will say that I'm rooting for Minnesota State to win it because I did pick them correctly to go to the Frozen Four, and I just really like watching them play. Please let me know down in the comments who you think will end up winning the title, and let me know who you're rooting for at this point. Thank you guys so much. Please make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one.